Oh my God, we're gonna hear you yodeling for Today's guest is a favorite in Brooklyn to some. I would say to me. I don't know if everyone would agree with that. She's newer, which I always forget because you look so damn old. This queen who proves that shade is a survival skill. She is a survivor. Do y'all remember Bertha? Oh, it's Bertha Vanayshun, by the way. Do you remember that wig she used to wear all the time? It was like, I was like, oh, she's spooky. Welcome to the stage. Give it up for your favorite white woman of color. Mm-hmm. The one and only Bertha Vanayshun. How are you?
Hello, I'm here. I'm present. I'm very Caucasian, and I'm here to have a good time on this Saturday.
Really bashful. They don't know it's Saturday. We air on Tuesdays, so
it's a Tuesday.
Yeah. Do you not watch? You don't.
I put it in my watch later and just watch it when I have like time.
Oh, okay. So we don't prioritize Black voices. Got it.
Well, no.
Speaking of racism. What is the shadiest thing you've done this week that you can admit to on the Dill Pod?
The shadiest thing I've done this week is probably like hyperfixate on this one baby queen.
I actually knew you were going to say
I'm like, is this me being a little mean? Yes, but this is just so funny to me. I love someone being just fucking crazy.
Do you want to expound on that? I don't think ever. I am one of your close friends, so I know how nasty and rotted you are about young queens trying to carve out their own spaces, much like you when you started Drag History Hour 5 minutes ago. So
5 minutes ago last year.
Wait, I sound like I'm actually mad. Like, don't talk about my Zorda.
No, for those of you who are not my close friends, when I put someone on my close friends, it is, I think you would pass the vibe check of finding me being a little more unhinged very funny. So if you ever see a normal post on my story, know some bullshit was directly before.
It's like brand safe and then the real her.
Yeah, or no, it's the other way around. It's the real me and then it's brand safe. So for example, I would post something like Zoran on meeting like TD, like, just being like cool, and then the thing before
so cool.
It would be like, I want them to rail each other.
I want to challenge you to be yourself. I know it's hard as a Black girl to be yourself in a world where everyone tells you to be anyone but you are less than enough. We are going to have so much fun.
You are my favorite girl. I love when people read me because I feel like reading is a form of love. But only when it's funny.
Also a form of hate. So, Bertha, were you always this chaotic growing up, like as a child?
I think so. I feel like I just have a if I'm interested in something, I'm just going to do it, which also means I'm just going to say stream of consciousness, and also I'm just going to have my little niche interests.
Were you like a kid who got in trouble for were you like a think before you speak kind of kid? Like, you need to think before you speak.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
I see that.
I was the class talker. I would also just be reading in class if I thought the teacher was boring. Yeah. And they thought that was so disrespectful because it was.
It is. Where did you grow up? What was your childhood like? You know the drill.
I was born in Queens. I'm a New York native, but
Vox just asked me. She was like, "What are you gonna do when you have a queen from New York? So you can't spend half the episode asking how you got to New York." I said that felt like a read, but. So Vox Sigma Low, this is how.
Well, this is me, Bertha Vanayshun, New York native, peace be upon me, inshallah. But I was born in born in Queens. I was raised in Long Island.
Okay.
And then elementary school years, I went to like this very evangelical Christian school in Smithtown.
That sounds yummy. Tell us about that.
So it was...
Wait, you're Blasian, right?
But so my parents are from Trinidad, and Trinidad is a very South Asian Indian population.
So you're Nicki Minaj Blasian. You're not
Basically,
really Blasian.
me and Nicki Minaj are the same heritage
So
type.
Nicki Minaj could do Made in Asia.
She actually could.
Or maybe that means you shouldn't. So you were into an evangelical church school.
No, it was both. The school was 4 hallways around the church building, which was a box.
Okay. What is it? What kind of school? You went to school in a box? That sounds like prison, baby.
Yeah. But imagine like your standard, church steeple box with a triangle on it. And then there's literally just 4 big hallways around that are the school. And they like expanded it, like whatever, but it's essentially like the church is in the middle and they just built out the school from that.
Was your school like black?
No.
Very white.
Very white. Both my siblings were the only white people in their grades.
Your siblings were the only white people in their grades.
My siblings were the only black people in their grades.
Blasian.
But they were like the only black people in their years and above. For whatever reason, in my year, in 1996, every ethnic person was fucking. Because my class was like 60% not white.
Oh.
It was like people from like Pakistan. We had these 2 Libyan girls who did not talk to anyone. They were black and cunty. They didn't talk to anyone. They would get 100 on every test, say nothing. Wherever you 2 are doing in your life, I just think they're so cunty. Sometimes I think about them like they really said, I'm not going to talk to none of these white folk ever.
I hope they're still with us.
Probably. They're probably like scientists or some bullshit. They were really smart.
Do you think that's what they would have thought you were?
I think they thought it was cute.
Okay, let's talk about it.
I have never not been clockably faggy.
Clockably faggy, the pod. Bertha's introducing.
I've never had to come out to anyone. People have just assumed.
Yeah, they're like, girl, go away. So you went
no, I've come out to one person.
Okay.
Because this one girl, I realized like halfway through a night when I was in college, I was in an art exhibition. I was having my work shown. And this one girl was like flirting with me. And I didn't realize until like 3 hours in because... And then I was like, let me see what happens if I like hint that I'm gay. I was like, oh, that guy over there is really cute. She immediately turns away and never speaks to me again.
Well, that sounds like what you wanted. How did your parents like feel about your gayness? Did you tell them?
Well, they lied to themselves about it until one day,
It's
like
very
a couple
black
of
them.
Because again, I've always just been very gay. I was obsessed with Julie Andrews as a little kid.
Oh, that's weird. You were born in '96 and you were obsessed with Julie Andrews?
Julie Andrews and Cher.
Maybe I wasn't gay. Because I didn't like those white women.
It was Julie Andrews because we were not allowed to listen to like non-Christian music until I was like secular music until I was like a teenager, basically. Only because of Rihanna, because she was Caribbean, my parents allowed her. But before that, we were only allowed to listen to worship music, gospel music.
What was your favorite? Did you like it? I loved it.
I low-key do love white church lady voice, which to those of you who don't know, that is what Florence and the Machine sounds like.
Okay, I thought we were talking about black gospel, but you said...
Well, white people
white
music
women
is
who can
worship
blow.
music. Black people Christian music is gospel
Martha
music.
Manuzzi.
Yeah, I like CeCe Winans. Like, oh my God. So
Bertha's lying. She never
Kirk
went
Franklin. I actually
You
performed
forgot Kirk Franklin.
which is funny because I've actually performed a couple of his songs in drag. I feel like he would call me a faggot, but like I do think his music is really fun.
He's really talented.
Is an awesome guy. Like I throw ass to that so often, no shade.
And you know when he wrote that song, that's exactly what he wanted. A little.
To me, it's a birdless striptease song. It's perfect for it.
So your parents didn't care that you were gay; they just ignored it, or did they?
Well, I think they deluded themselves into me being straight because, like, one time a family friend a couple years ago was like, "Yeah, Danny was like doing something gay." Sorry, I just leaked the government. And then they were like, "You're gay." They like called me in tears and shit. And
Your parents,
yeah. And I was like,
"Yeah."
Well, you can't call me a faggot because I play the phone bill, and I will kick you off the family plan.
So this happened like way later, right? If you're
this happened like in my 20s, like a couple years ago.
Was that traumatic for you?
It honestly felt nice to just get it out of the way.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay.
Like, let's address it.
It felt nice to like be fully financially independent and then be able to get out of the way, as opposed to like having that be a cloud, you know?
That's kind of what happened with me. I like sent my mom flowers and they were rainbow roses, but I didn't think, like, it wasn't intentional. You know me.
You sent rainbow roses and said, I think this isn't related.
It was either for her birthday or Mother's Day. And she called me and was like, is there a reason you sent me rainbow roses? And earnestly, I was like, no, like, it's Mother's Day. Like, I thought they were pretty and different. Like, I really did.
So different.
Sometimes I forget rainbow
special.
means, like, gay, to be honest. It was just a cute bouquet, but it sparked the whole conversation. I was like, yeah, whatever. But this isn't about me, it's about you.
Oh, yeah.
Were you, like, dating and stuff at a young age?
No, I didn't kiss anyone until I was in, like, pre-college. I, like, the second I got out of, like, my parents' house, I was like, boys! Then I sucked someone's dick. Freshman opening weekend.
When was the first time I did that? I blacked out a lot. Most of that was traumatic.
Oh, it was a lot of black guys?
No. No. I'm an equal opportunity. Actually, I'm not. But I won't tell you which way the scale leans.
I'm fucking crying.
Speaking of the scale.
How much do I weigh? 180. I think I'm at 185 right now.
I did not ask that.
Oh.
For the people that can't see. She volunteered that information. So, like, what is the wildest story from your childhood that would, like, kind of describe... It doesn't have to be a story, but it can be a story.
Wild funny, wild traumatic, wild...
Girl, you are wild, and you let us know. But I think something that, like, kind of explains who you are.
Ooh, I think... Wild from my childhood. Let's see.
Wild, wild.
I think it explains a lot. This might be a little deep. I think it explains a lot about me because...
Tell the story and then give the disclaimer.
So there's a period of time where, like, I don't know what year it was. I only tracked how time was going through Rihanna albums.
What? She has 6, right?
She has...
7? 9. Or 9, that's what's coming out, what people want.
So she's released 8.
Okay. Girl, I don't give a fuck.
But no, there was a period of time where she was releasing one, like, literally once a year. So
yeah.
It actually was, like...
It was exhausting. And then there was a tour when she wasn't releasing the album. It was like, girl, take a break.
I see. As someone who needs that bitch to go back to making music instead of selling fucking socks, I need her and A$AP Rocky to, like, use her butt. Try anal. Stop having fucking kids.
Oh my God. Do you know a few months ago I saw A$AP Rocky, like, right up the street?
That makes sense. I feel like he would live in Brooklyn if he could.
I don't think he lived there, but I think he's with family.
I feel like he has, like, an apartment here that he, like, stays in.
So that means Rihanna's nearby.
I feel like Rihanna's a Manhattan girl.
Really?
Rihanna's Manhattan girl. She does not live in the city. Where she lives is back in the Bahamas. Not the Bahamas. Back in Barbados.
Right. I thought you were a super fan. Navy.
Back in Barbados, dipping her mango in the ocean. But I think the story that explains me was, like... There was, like, a period of time where, like, my parents got detained by ICE, so I had to...
What the... I was just telling Bertha before we started how much I love ICE. Tell us a little bit more. This seems juicy. So your Asian parents.
Well, my mom is, like, Indian and black, and my dad is technically, like, Latino, South American, indigenous, but we don't really...
Black people never want to say they black. Okay, what?
No, we're very black. But we don't really claim, like, his side that's not black because he was, like, an orphan. And he, like, doesn't really have any connection to it. So it's like...
My grandmother's the same way.
So it's like... Because one time when we were little, my mom was like, you know, you guys are also, like, Latino and this and that. And we just go, like, there's too much.
Black people, it's like...
There's enough hyphens already.
They'd be like, I'm Native American.
Like... Taino, like, no, there's too much.
You're like a nerd, right?
Yeah.
We talked a little bit before about, like...
Okay, no more ice talk.
Well, we squeezed that, right? Your parents
I was gonna say,
detained.
They were detained by ICE, so I had to run the family business. And I was like 13 or 14.
That is really...
So I would like
Sad.
do.
There were other words I was gonna say, and I was like, that might not sound right. So you at 13 had to run a small business.
Yes, but what I would do at night is because we were like hiding in the office.
Oh, so you were. This is a traumatic childhood.
I guess, but because I like what I would do during the night was I'd read a lot of comic books because this was a time where you could like download comics online. Back when pirating was really common and cool before everything had a streaming service and a subscription. So I would read comics all day when I was like not doing the business stuff. And then this was when we started. Well, lucky enough, we were already being homeschooled because the evangelical church turned out to be like super racist. Surprise. And there was like an incident with my brother, and my mom was like, I don't trust American schooling, so we're just going to homeschool y'all. So I would just like do all my studies and read comics.
That's why you're a little awkward. What comics did you read? I
was a DC comic person, and I love the DC animated series like universe. Mm-hmm. So I was reading a lot of like when I first got into comics, there was like everything was kind of randomized, but DC did this thing called the New 52, where they like basically tried to do like a clean sweep of everything to be like, we've had comics for too long, everything is a mess, the storylines don't make any sense, let's like start fresh. Here are the characters, there's no more sub characters, there's no more of like 7 variants of the same person, tidying things up. So I like got serious about it then, and I would love like Teen Titans. I love Starfire. She's like.
Did you find like community through?
No, I didn't talk to nobody about comics. Comic people are weird.
It's kind of funny. I read comics, but only because my older brother was like such a nerdy loser and like would take me to the comic book store, and I just forced myself to find like a comic.
I've only been in a comic store like once.
Oh no, I actually liked it, but I was like only into the cunty comic, like Catwoman and like Hellions or something. I liked like the villain.
You would love the New 52 Batwoman. It's really beautifully like illustrated.
Oh, I'll take like, your word for it.
And like she's a lesbian. It's so cunty. Like,
what is that supposed to mean?
Are you not cunty?
Am I a lesbian?
Are you?
Who's us?
But through comics were easy for me to get into because I had a very local library that was run by.
Thaddeus said the same thing. What's with y'all in the library? Like,
I love fucking libraries, and my library was run by lesbians who are old. I think they were all like older single ladies. I'm like, y'all have to be lesbians. And they had like the comic book section, and it was like comics, it was like manga, and then if you walked upstairs in that same section, it was where all like the mythology, evolutionary theory.
So did you have friends? It sounds like you had like a low.
Well, when I was in school, I had like school friends. My parents didn't allow anyone at our house.
And you couldn't sleep over or anything?
No.
So it was like friends at school, and then you're like...
I just kind of come home.
Just a young boy running a family and business. What was the business?
Well, no, when the business thing happened, we were already being homeschooled. So like there were separate times.
Oh, so it was easy for you. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it wouldn't do anything. Like I didn't really have any friends as like a teenager.
Oh, I'll be your friend. Oh. What was the business?
It was a tutoring business.
So you were 13 years old tutoring people?
Yes.
Who are you tutoring? Like, girl, I need some
other children. But people always thought for context, like I kind of always looked like this. I've looked like this since I was like 12. So people always assumed I was like, if anything, I've always looked like 22. If anything, I finally started looking like late 20s.
35. Just kidding. You look great. You look super fresh and young. Who were like your early influences? Like, who did you look up to?
Rihanna.
Obviously. Was there anyone else, or was that like your...
Rihanna, there was Cher, Steve Irwin. I like got so depressed when he died.
Really?
Like, I probably would have been a marine biologist if he didn't die. I love Steve Irwin so much. That's my white man.
Well, he's dead.
That's a man I'm going to be a bed wench for. No shade.
Well, you can't. He's a bed witch for a stingray. So, what are we gonna do? I apologize to the Irwin family. That was
No, I love the Irwins. There was a thing that went around recently where like the daughter, their whole family is country, by the way. The daughter was like doing something with like bugs and insects. And she had like a huge tarantula on herself. And this was back when Twitter was still Twitter. So like Black Twitter was like, girl, why does white lady have bugs? And then people realized that she was Steve Irwin's daughter. And they were like, she is the only one who's allowed to do this.
Black people love Steve Irwin.
Niggas love Steve Irwin. If you are a white person, you're like, what's something you want to know about niggas? Niggas love Steve Irwin.
And Haley Williams.
Oh, yeah, those two. I mean, he's dead. But like if he was alive, both he and Haley Williams would be absolutely safe in the race war. Like, she's got shooters.
I wouldn't go there, but
Haley Williams is absolutely being saved in the race war by like a couple of niggas.
Not a couple. You're ready to fight.
Like if every black person gets one, like Haley Williams is getting like 5,000 votes.
I'm picking Obama.
You're saving Obama? He can save himself.
Well, we won't go there. So how did Bertha Vanayshun get birthed into this nation?
I would say it had to do with like me falling really out of love with fine art, both in the making and the realistic industry of it.
Ooh.
So when I was in like my graduating thesis year at Parsons, you know, that's when we have like you do your big exhibition, you get like studio space, you get to be like making a lot, you have to like start doing stuff. I had like started to get into a couple of shows, just like minor things, and I remember I was like doing my thesis exhibition and it was on like moments of violence in American history that moved populations. So like atom bomb testing for like Native Americans or Bikini Atoll, which is where we get the word bikini from, which is really fucked up.
God.
But like that moved all these populations, a lot of Asian displacement for like, the World Wars, Japanese internment. It was work that was like really speaking to this and going through like a printmaking process about it. And when we were doing like exhibition time, I remember like when people who weren't related at all to fine art stuff, they would look at me like, oh, like is this talking about that? It's talking about this. Is it interesting? Can you tell me more? And then when it would be anyone who was involved in like the capital A fine art, they'd be like, oh, I'm so glad you're talking about like your Black experience here. Like this has nothing to do. At like it like very viscerally has nothing to do with that, and it really felt like I had to deal with this problem of racism that wasn't my fault, but like the white audience in the fine art world wanted me to deal with it so they could feel better, and that really frustrated me.
What was your medium?
First it was painting, and then I moved into like using paper as a medium itself, so like paper folding, paper sculpture. I think paper is really interesting because it's like the form of communication we've had for the longest amount of time in human history.
Oh, that's so deep. That's really deep, like origami.
Yeah, like it, like
letters.
It, like papyrus. Like there's so much about paper.
Loose
like,
leaf.
Even like now, people like have a like. There's a physical reaction when you open up something of paper, like a book, and you smell it. Like
typically, when you open things, it is physically done. So.
But then I moved into a lot of projection work. So I would make like digital manipulations and like project them on things. And that was like really fun for me, which was also funny because I had a lot of skill doing it because I was using like programs like Photoshop and GIMP a lot. Because when I was little, like obviously my parents are not gonna let me have any money to play video games. So I would play online games. And this was back when forums used to exist like really commonly. And what I would do is I would make like digital signatures and avatars and things for people on forums, and they would pay me in game so that I could like get items and things that I wanted in game without actually having to spend money.
You've been hustling. I'm still trying to figure out how Bertha Vanayshun was born.
Oh, okay. So back to the fine art story. So when like me and my friend just had like a couple of names we would go around that'd be like, oh my God, wouldn't it be so funny if there was a drag name like Fair Evasion, That's a Hate Crime, Bertha Vanayshun, Louisiana Purchase. I just thought these were funny.
The N-word.
Miss Nigga. That would be the drag name, Miss Nigga.
No, DN.
Deanne Word. Deanne.
Deanne Word. I saw it on TikTok. It wasn't mine.
It's THEE space UN space word.
The Unword.
She's a horror queen.
Rar. Kind of like us. So I'm still not quite sure.
So I thought the name Bertha Vanayshun was really funny. One, because I think the name Bertha is just funny. I love an old lady white name.
It really fits you.
Yes. But also like
Bertha Vanayshun.
Bertha Vanayshun is this like horribly racist movie that is so formative and integral to the American psyche.
I love it.
Even if people haven't seen it, and most people haven't seen it, but like so much of racism and its tropes stems directly from that specific movie. Going from like watermelon, fried chicken, blackface, like all
these. Do you like watermelon?
I used to avoid watermelon when I was little because I didn't want to play into the stereotype. And now as an adult, I'm like, but watermelon is it's just fucking nice.
Everybody likes
watermelon.
Fried chicken, I like it, but everyone.
I do like Korean fried chicken.
Interesting.
If I'm having
black fried chicken,
I will say like Southern fried chicken is better than New York fried chicken.
Okay.
I don't know. New York fried chicken is a little too like greasy.
I didn't know there was like a New York fried chicken.
New York fried, at least to me, Southern fried chicken tastes different.
Oh, well, duh.
Yeah.
So would you say that like?
Oh wait, so I part of why I chose the name was because like I kind of wanted to jump ahead of, because part of my frustration with like the fine art world is that like before I even step into the room, you've placed everything that you think being black is on me from a Caucasian perspective. So I'm like, if I'm gonna have to deal with this, I want you to say Birth of a Nation so that you have to think about that movie and racism before I ever enter the picture.
Okay. We're going to take a little break.
The way you...
It's my favorite part.
I'm an olive person when it comes...
I'm both.
I don't dislike pickles, but if I am going for like a briny, savory moment, Goya Queen Spanish olives, the jumbo one, that's my thing. I actually had a jar of them last night.
Why didn't you bring them for the class? We could have swapped delicacies.
You like olives like that?
I literally will eat I like olives just as much as pickles. It's just cooler to like pickles. The olive pod. Like, what?
I love the name Olivia, though. Because of Law and Order. Her name is Olivia Benson. And because I love olives. So if I ever have a daughter, I'm naming her Olive or Olivia.
Would you have a daughter?
Well, I would adopt one. I don't want to go through that whole thing by myself.
Would you ever have a drag child?
No, I feel like no.
Right now or ever?
I don't know. To me, I feel like there's different ways people think of drag family.
I said, would you? I don't need an exposition on daughter and what it means. Would you and why or why not?
I think in a couple of years, maybe.
Thank you.
Maybe, but probably no, because I feel like my drag is very concerned about myself.
Honestly, that really resonates with me. I also feel like I have a toxic family history, so I don't know if I would be the best mother.
Yeah, like my family situation now, with Madeline and Vampy and Maldo, like it's more friends than like mentor-mentee.
I think that's okay though.
And I like prefer that, but I'm also like, if someone becomes my friend in drag, never be like, well, now I'm your mother. I feel like
it's all. Let me not. So Bushwig is coming up.
Yes.
You're not in it, right?
No.
That sucks.
I did apply.
You did?
Yeah, and I think I only applied correctly this year because I thought I applied last year, and then when everyone was getting the responses, I was like, oh, I guess I didn't get in because I didn't get a yes. But and then people were like, oh, you're supposed to get a rejection. I was like, I didn't get anything.
You like never pushed send.
I think maybe I like didn't click submit or something. So this year I was like, I'm gonna make a whole proper one, and then
you didn't get it, so it was pointless. But
yeah, so I'm gonna go see Lou Jamila.
That's the Brazilian?
Mm-hmm. The lesbian Brazilian
who
looks like Beyonce. Her original stage name was MC Beyonce.
Well, dang, you could have went to Bushwick and saw that right here. I'm not performing.
Do you think you're MC Beyonce of New York City? Who is MC Beyonce of New York City?
I don't want to be the anything but myself of the world, but...
God, you're one of those.
I don't want to be Beyonce. Me. I would attribute, I think the best like Beyonce performers are probably Bojangles and Mariah. And myself. But I said me and my best friends. Yes, I'm biased.
I was if I'm thinking Beyonce performer, Bojangles does come to mind very immediately.
Yeah. She's amazing. She's a honcho right now.
She made me buy that wig on TikTok.
Girl, she made
and you know what? It was a good wig.
I think we could do a bass tease for you, but...
For the Letitia?
Yeah, let's pump her up. You have a lot of face. But...
You have a lot of... Oh my God.
So there's something like with me, like around like Bushwick, Glam Awards, I get like so much anxiety.
Why?
There just becomes this constant narrative around it, around who's winning.
People make those things so. You know what I love about the Glam Awards is one, all the comedy girls are like, yeah, ma'am, she's gonna win, so we have no pressure to care about anything here, which is really nice. But it's also like seeing other people when they get nominated and lose, are like, it's just so sad that all my life I've been waiting for this moment and it hasn't happened yet. And I'm like, girl, you learned about the Glam Awards 6 months ago.
No, like, but that's what I feel like.
It's just not that deep. I'm like really grateful these things exist. I think they're good for
I think it's for white
and
people.
Queer like space in general. They're not that deep.
I agree, and I think
I don't know if
people make it deep. Like that's how I feel.
Deep in a way that's not healthy.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't care about awards. I've never been that kind of person. Like
it's wonderful.
I care about my paycheck. I care about getting booked.
Yeah,
getting a trophy so you have something to say before you introduce me. Like has never. It actually makes me uncomfortable.
Oh really? Why uncomfortable? Like, do you feel like it gives them an expectation that like of something that you're not associated with?
Oh no, I give excellence, and that's what that.
I didn't say that.
No, but I'm saying like that. I think it fits, but I think like when it's like that's what you're focused on and not me. Mm-hmm. That's what I get a lot in this community.
It's like you're giving the audience to go like, okay, when do we see why she won the award type thing?
Right.
Which is like instead of let's just watch someone do something.
Just enjoy it.
Yeah,
because you're in for a treat. I think you should be the next breakthrough artist.
Oh, really? Why?
Because I feel like you do so much, and it's like kind of goes under the rug a little.
Oh, really?
Like you keep talking.
Keep talking.
I'll give you
gas me up, BP.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Drag History Hour. I always mess it up, and I've been in every show.
So you've been in for a full fucking year.
Because I always want to say Drag Queen Story Hour.
I know people do get them mixed up, which I'm like, is that good or bad branding? Maybe I should change it. I don't know. I like it.
Good.
I like it. Yeah, so Drag History Hour originally started at Come On Everybody. We started with
Eric.
Shout out to Eric. You really believe this vision. We started with like the Harlem Renaissance, which is really fun. Oh, should I start chomping now? Or wait?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Okay.
We started recording earlier than we typically do, and my blood sugar is low.
So
cheers.
Cheers.
Now tell me about Drag History Hour.
You ate the whole thing?
Mm-hmm. I thought I was hungry.
Holy shit, Diva. Oh my God.
I forgot it's the spicy ones, though. I'm going to take a break. So tell us, Drag History Hour, quickly.
So Drag History Hour is a story, is a show I started with.
The show you started at Come On Everybody.
I Come On Everybody with Deb, Maljo, Harriet Tubman, and Amy Armour, who is
black,
who is our undercover nigga in the race war.
She is Haley Seinfeld in Sinners. She is. Is that not true? Is that offensive? I had good intentions. What was your...
It originally started because I wanted to do like a historical parody show based off like, I feel like there was a moment in time. I think we're doing it now with like the Brat Party, but and like I want to say in like 2023, every show was like a pop girl themed like
still
review.
Is. What are you talking about?
But I feel like it was worse.
Brat was like the peak.
Brat was the peak. Well, I think Brat's the only one
Brat,
that's like
Chapel and Sabrina, like all at the same time.
Well, I feel like right now they're all variations of Brat, Chapel, and Sabrina. But there was a hot minute where it was like whatever show, it's a theme of like Beyonce, Rihanna, Lady Gaga, Nicki, like random pop girl.
Oh, you mean Night of 1,000? Nicki
yeah,
O's
but
era.
No, it wasn't just Nicki O.
It was Nicki O started it.
Oh well, T. But
I'll give a girl her flowers.
I feel like at first it was like, I'm obsessed with this artist and the cast obsessed with this artist, so we're gonna do a show. And then like every other person started doing them, and I was like, you don't even like this person.
That's how I felt. I mean, why are you asking me to do an ABBA show?
And the thing is,
I give ABBA.
I would love to do ABBA because when I was little and we only had to listen to worship music, we were allowed, I think, like 4 people we could listen to. It was Michael Jackson, one Whitney Houston song, ABBA, and Bob Marley.
Why one Whitney song?
All at once, I'm drifting on a lonely sea. Mm-hmm. I love that song.
Let's do some like rapid fire. What has you in the?
You asked me a question before. Oh, Drag History Hour.
I mean, losing. I mean, like, girl, she just not gonna answer it.
So Drag History Hour started because I was like, I don't know. I personally love history and like learning about queer people, and I felt like people just didn't have an accessible entryway into it that didn't make them like. One of the things that makes me happy with the show is when someone leaves and it's like, a few weeks later, they're like, oh, I looked more into this topic because it was interesting. And one person like literally was like, oh, it made me like not feel dumb to want to learn about stuff. I feel like people should like feel...
But you're also dumb because you don't know.
Well, I think people have been failed by the educational system in both not providing them the resources and the tools to be able to learn what they want to learn, but by also making them feel dumb for not being able to learn in a very strict, rigid system that doesn't work for most people.
But didn't you go to a library and read books?
Well, because I didn't have to deal with the actual educational system.
But can't everyone go to a library and read books?
Well, they were going to high school.
Can you go to high school and then the library and read books?
I guess.
So maybe they are the dumb one. Can't blame everything on the system.
But anyway, we started the show at Come On Everybody, and this past June, I was very excited. We had it we were headlining a sold-out show at the Brooklyn Museum.
Girl, that was fab.
That was so much fun. That was like definitely the highlight of my year. And then we worked with like, we did a combo show with Dyke Drag.
What'd you call me?
Supporting the Lesbian History Archives. That one I'm the most proud of because we raised over $1,000 for the Lesbian History Archives.
Well, I wasn't in it, so I don't care. But I love Baby.
But it's been really fun. It's been really fun.
It's been really fun. No, but that's why I think when I think of like people deserving awards, like if I was the one who could hand people awards, it's like the people who are like moving nightlife and the culture forward. It's spicy, I told you. And like you're someone who's like adding something new and fresh and educational, which some people think is boring, but...
Well, I always like... My perspective on Drag History is like, if someone came here to see drag, they're going to have a great time.
Right. I'm in the show.
Well, yes.
And then they see you.
Very good.
You actually are really good. You always start the show off on a really good note.
Yay.
Lots of ass.
But I'm also like, if someone just wants to like learn something, they're going to be able to. And the way I structure the show pedagogically.
Here she go.
Is that like, there's like the base tier of information that like, if you remember nothing else, you remember that like queer people exist in history and I can find them everywhere. Fun. Next tier is like you remember people's names and like a little bit about them. And then the final tier is like you actually remember the full set of information. I expect most people only get to like 1 or 2, but every now and then we get people who like fully go into the 3rd tier. Mm-hmm. And that's like
I love tiers. Brooklyn nightlife. Is it a family or a battlefield? Quickly.
I would say I look at it as a family because, I don't know, I don't really be fighting nobody like that.
If only you heard what people said behind your back.
But I would say for some it's a battlefield because right now we are definitely in a recession. So the shows are getting tighter, girl.
Well, that's unfortunate. Tell me about the worst gig you ever said yes to.
There was one gig that made me go, you can't say yes to everything no more.
Isn't that so life-changing? Tell us about it.
It was, this was like, when I was still like relatively early on, I was still doing like a lot of Mad Mondays, and one of my friends had like a thing at a smaller bar in Brooklyn. I think it was called like the Witching Hour or something.
Ooh, name it.
And we get there, nothing of the show is organized, realized I'm not getting paid. It's like fully just on whatever tips are going on. And I'm like, they're like in jeans and a moo mama. Like the bar low-key doesn't even know what we're doing. The show like ends awkwardly after half an hour and they just start playing like Jackbox on like the bar TVs.
What?
And I was just like, oh, like the sound wasn't working. I was like, I paid an Uber to get here, so I lost money doing the show. I was like, you need to say yes to everything.
You cannot say yes. I have many a story like that, especially when I first started. I still kind of say yes to everything, but there are just certain people I moved their DMs to general, so I don't feel the pressure to say yes. You could probably just figure out if you're one of them.
Okay, move to general is actually so real.
What is your take on Drag Race right now? Like, how do we feel about it? The culture, where it's shifting.
I am thankful as a whole to Drag Race, because let's be real, the drag scene would not be as big as it is right now, especially in New York City, if like Drag Race did not create such a huge audience for drag as a whole.
Thanks, Ru.
Yeah, I love RuPaul. I'm like, so many white queers hate RuPaul in a way that I'm like, you do not have the smoke for Simon Cowell.
They hate
for
successful
all these other people, and I'm like,
no, she's fab, but I do think Drag Race has now made it like really hard to be successful without doing Drag Race. Well,
I think
it's successful in a certain sense.
I actually disagree a little bit.
Okay,
because I think when I see people doing like really interesting things, like a lot of them don't have Drag Race as a background. Like I'm thinking people like Miss Mamshi, Ananaya, Julie J. They're all doing a lot of things that a lot of Drag Race girls do not have the opportunities or the abilities to be able to do. Ananaya just went to like I think the Emmys.
Drag queens go to the Emmys.
Yeah, but she went without Drag Race,
right?
Which I think is cooler and notable. I think it's cool and notable because, like, yes, some drag queens on Drag Race have gone to the Emmys, but the fact that Ananaya is going through her own star power is pretty.
I think what I'm saying is it's a lot harder to do without Drag Race now. Like, I think, like...
I guess, but I feel like we only see, like, the tippy top of the number of people do stuff, and we say, oh, well, I can't do that without Drag Race, and then we ignore that, like, 80% of the people kind of just go back to what they were doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think Drag Race like opens up doors that like are pretty much unattainable or very hard to get to.
I would say very hard to get
this day and age.
Yes and no. But okay, so for me, I think about like the different timelines of various like show business, art, media, whatever careers. Mm-hmm. And like Drag Race does allow someone to go from like point A to like theoretically HBO in like a few years, while for other mediums it would take like, you know, if you're a comedian, you're going to be working for like 10, 15 years, writing, producing, doing other stuff before you get to like a major opportunity like HBO. Like, think of someone like, oh my God, she wrote Insecure.
Issa Rae.
Like Issa Rae started on YouTube, the awkward black chick, no, awkward black girl, awkward black girl, which I remember watching as a teenager. Like that was sick as fuck. And like going her to HBO, that was like I think like 10 or 15 years.
It's a long time.
Well, like Bob the Drag Queen went from like season 8 to HBO. I want to say like 5 or 6. Mm-hmm. So like yes, it does sort of condense the timeline. But
that's what I'm saying though. It's like there's no world in which like I would have been an executive producer on We're Here if I wasn't on Drag Race.
But there is a world where like a lot of other drag queens have been like producers on movies like pre-drag. Like I don't think it's impossible.
No, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying Drag Race has made it easier and also kind of harder to do things without it. Like I know firsthand I've like been up for things and it's like
you need like the Drag Race.
You need the title or the Drag Race of it all is what made them choose.
Okay, I will give you that. I think there are a lot of venues that are drag prioritized. It'll be like we want the Rue sticker, but I also think there are a lot of things that like haven't had much of a drag queen space in them, and we'll be like, well, what do you give in general? Let's just see what's going on there.
I found a lot of success in comedy spaces because like drag is weirdly not as like the audience. They'll be like, I've never seen drag or like
a lot of the audience has only seen like either drag on Drag Race or like the theoretical idea of capital D drag, which is like Dolly Parton impersonation at a brunch, which is not a bad thing, but like that's definitely not all what drag is. But I will say, like, my general thoughts on Drag Race is that, like, it's very much changed the landscape. I think there is a saturation of drag, of, like, Ru queens, and also just drag queens in general. So, like, when 7 million people start, like, doing very similar things, I do think it exhausts an audience.
Right. Did you watch Drag Race growing up?
I had no concept of what a drag queen was until, like, junior year of college, when my friend wanted to take me to, like, a drag show. And the very first queen I ever saw, like, consciously, was Candy Muse at Hardware. Consciously? Because, like, I obviously, like, they exist, and, like, I didn't know RuPaul was a man.
You'd be surprised how many people say that.
Like, literally, my mom the other day was like, "What do you mean RuPaul? RuPaul's a man?" Like,
with a penis.
Like, because I knew of Manila Luzon lip syncing MacArthur Park. I didn't know her name, and I didn't know it was on Drag Race. I just saw this clip on YouTube. I was like, there's like a chicken lady singing like Donna Summer. This is fun, interesting. But I didn't know about anything drag really until my friend took me to see Candy Muse at Hardware. Then I was like, this is so interesting. And this was around the same time that I was becoming like disillusioned with fine art. So I was just like very happy to see an art form that people got to like be really expressive in, and also like get money for it.
Do you think it's gonna like be with you for the rest of your life?
I think like a really significant part of my life for sure.
You said, "Girl, I can't do this forever."
Well, I don't want to be like 70 and really doing anything. Like, there's no art form that I really want to be like, I want to do this till I'm like about to die. Like, I want to be like, I want the like latter portions of my life to be like about family, my living space.
I wish I said that. I enjoy working. Like, I enjoy this.
I definitely enjoy working, but I want it to be like,
producing.
Here was my career, and it speaks for itself. It's documented.
I think I'd be like, if I was Beyonce, I'd be like 80 making albums and touring. That's just the type of person. It's hot, right? It's hot. Let's do
You want to be
rapid.
knucking and bucking at 70?
I may not be knucking and bucking, but I'll be on the stage looking incredible.
I think you'll be knucking and bucking.
I don't think I want to knuck and buck at 80. I don't even want to knuck and buck now. Bertha, you've been pretty diplomatic so far.
Diplomatic?
I think it's time to wrap it up and get a little shady.
Oh.
No explanations. I want it quick and dirty. Sorry, let me say that again. Quick and dirty.
You fucking that shit up.
No, that's like my 10th pickle.
For context, I've had one pickle, and the pickle jar is half empty.
Girl, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this.
The way you like deep throated that first one still has me gagged.
Who is one queen you would never let borrow your wig?
Maljo, because she paints her face different colors, and I cannot clean purple out of a blonde unit.
Worst drag trend that needs to die.
Forcing drag shows into bars where the audience does not want to see drag.
That's real. And not promoting the show.
And not promoting the show with bars that don't buy. Actually, worst drag trend is bars not buying ad space for shows. Buy the ad on Eventbrite. Buy the Instagram ad, mom.
If you could ban one song from drag forever, what would it be? Gut reaction.
Is this going to be really... How nasty might be?
Be nasty.
What was that song that girl did at Ultimate Diva?
You're talking about... I hate that I know exactly. Who is the flop of the summer?
Flop of the summer. Flop of the summer. Flop of the summer. That girl who... oh my God, what was her name? I think it's like Anita something. It was something uncreative. But it was the one who got those two girls, the fake gig.
Girl, you know, I was hosting that.
So for those of you who don't know, there was this one queen who... what was the competition again? Polish?
Polish the Queen.
Polish the Queen. There's 3 contestants of like the cast of like 10.
Yes.
One of the girls gives 2 of the other girls a fake gig offer so that they stop competing in the competition for that one night. And obviously the gig is fake. It doesn't exist.
Like up like to the Bronx.
Had the
up on the side of the street in the middle of the night. Came back to the gig. We're halfway through the competition. It's like, Dev, can we jump in? Like, da-da-da. And I was like, yeah, totally. Like, I get it. Life happens. And then someone else goes, actually, they shouldn't because they weren't here. Like, da-da-da. Come to find out, that's the person who sent them out. But I was trying to follow the rules and be fair. So I said, y'all could do it as a tip spot. But I did give them my tips. And I think that's more tips than a lot of people.
Can I rant on tip spots?
Yeah, quickly.
I feel like when I first started in the scene, tip spots were like new girl who wants to like show herself to an audience, and the person running the show was like, you can like do something, like I want you to like get your feet out, get your feet wet. Or it's like your friend is in need of $20 or whatever, and they're like, can I do a quick tip stop? You know, like this month has been rough, just need a little extra cash. It's like, yes. I feel like a lot of shows and bars and producers think a tip spot is a way to like get free labor, because having more people in a show makes the show like more of a draw, which I feel like is both a misunderstanding about what makes a show actually of quality or good.
Ooh.
And kind of like getting free labor with nothing really to compensate them for. So I don't like that. I feel like tip spots should be for like either your friends who need a little bit of extra money and you're like doing them a favor, or like, this is a new girl, I'm giving her a chance at the show because I want her to perform and get her feet wet and da-da-da-da-da.
Who's a new queen that you think like people should look out for?
I mean, technically Ananaya is new, which is kind of gaggy to me, but she's kind of like already taking over everything.
She totally needs the publicity. That was such a helpful shout out.
Okay, a new person who I think is really cool. Ooh.
Dang.
Well, because some people I'm not actually sure if they're new or not.
Well, to you. Who's the last person you muted on Instagram?
This guy went on like a couple of dates with, and we were having a really time. And he was like, "Oh, let's just be friends." And I was like, "You invited me to all this stuff, and you just want to be friends."
You be fucking, don't you?
We were fucking heavy. Well, now I'm not fucking because
heavy.
Now I'm not fucking because I'm in my sad girl era.
Why are you sad?
I really liked him.
What was he?
Don't do this to me.
What was he?
Don't do this to me.
What was he?
Don't do this to me.
Tell me.
Stop it. Don't be nasty.
I'm not.
Don't be nasty.
I'm being a journalist.
Anyway, so what's up?
Next time I bring Bertha on, we're going to get into desirability politics.
I would actually love to talk about that, because that has been on my mind for like...
On my mind
for like the past like 6 months heavy, especially having like... I feel like my drag character is like a very pretty woman. And
you
it's
feel
very...
that way.
Well, yes. And it's very interesting being in spaces with like men and like being treated a certain way because they view me as a sexually desirable object that they can inflict like their patriarchal standards of whatever on. And it's very weird being like a black gay man who's very feminine in like gay spaces, black, white, mixed or whatever. And it's like, because I now have like a reference of something else, it's like, oh, this is really interesting.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I feel like I can like dress a certain way or present a certain way and know how I'll be perceived. Like and
I get that like bothers me because it's like it feels stupid.
Yeah.
It feels like
I'm the same person under everything.
And like I'm the same person. I'm like, oh, all it takes for you to treat me different is like
a skirt.
This thing that you think makes me look more masc or feminine or whatever. I'm like, that's like really annoying.
It is. It makes me think about like cis women.
It also just makes me think you're kind like people are kind of dumb. Like, no shade, whenever I see someone who has like a specific type that is like extremely like standard of beauty, whatever, I'm like, oh, you're just not a smart person. It's like, to me, it's the equivalent of when someone like only watches Marvel movies. It's like, oh, you're just a little dumb. I just can't take you intellectually seriously.
I think sometimes I'm a little dumb.
Here's the thing. There's a difference between liking a Marvel movie and only liking Marvel movies. So like
I watch documentaries.
Like in the same case, it's like there's a difference between like seeing someone who is like, you know, in the whatever standard of beauty and being like, this is a beautiful person, and like the only people who I can find attractive or desirable meet a standard of beauty that was so heavily influenced by American like white supremacy systems. It's like I just can't take you seriously.
Okay. I totally agree. Bertha, what is next for you?
What is next? I would, you know what? I'm going to do like an open call. If there is anyone who would like to join me in producing Drag History Minute, which is the online component of Drag History Hour, I've kind of been doing everything by myself for the first few episodes. I'm like, this is not sustainable. I cannot do like...
You mean like a team, like editors?
Yeah, I've been doing the research, writing, filming, editing, sound, like everything has been done by me. Well, the first episode, like my friend was able to help, but like they have a full-time job. They can't like do that. And then like I've had like random friends step in to like hold the camera, point the light in this direction, like things like that.
You don't have like a team.
But there's not like a team of like, I'm going to help you edit.
Well, let's get a team. Y'all better support this black bitch.
I would love for someone to like join me on this. I think it can be really successful. Like the first few episodes did really well, but it's just like making them is the hassle. But I think people really like them and I really like them.
I like them too. Bertha, where can people find you?
You can block me.
Oh, block you.
You can block me at Bertha VNYC. You can Venmo me at Bertha VNYC. I'm on White People Me. I'm on Farmers Only. I'm not on Twitter, and I will not call. I will dead name Twitter.
Neopets.
Oh my God.
Well, Bertha, thank you for all of your delusion, your intelligence, and whatever else it is you give us.
Thank you.
We will see you all next week.
Stay pickled, sister.